Boom. I can't start off my first ever video like that, no way. Hello, welcome to, as I just said, the first video on this channel. The aim for this channel is going to be tutorials on things like STREAMLABS, like this video is, STREAMLabs maybe, even though I don't use it as much, you know, different games and stuff as well, game tutorials that is, and yeah, hopefully just helping you through anything you need. Right, okay, just a very quick note as I'm editing this video. I'm realising two things. One, I didn't explain why I was wearing a hat. I got a haircut today and it is atrocious and I'm not willing to put that on the internet yet. So the hat does stay on for the video and it won't in future. Secondly, my Instagram handle at the start is wrong. I do acknowledge it later on and I show you how to change it as well. Other than that, hope you enjoy. Oh, and also, by the way, sorry about the camera quality. I know it's not great, it's my streaming webcam. I did want the C920, but it wasn't available anywhere. And I already had all the equipment set up, and it was like the only one I could get. It's supposed to be 1080p, I don't think it is. But yeah, it's what we're dealing with for now. I'm going to get a better one soon. But yeah, bear with me for now. I know it's like green around like here, and these lights are red, and it doesn't go well. But yeah, it doesn't deal well with light either. My curtains are shut. It's not great. But yes, in this video we are going to be talking about STREAMLABS. My first ever one is going to be on STREAMLABS OBS and how to use it, how to get it set up basically, because it's what I've just done. I've just personally set up OBS. I'm still only a very small streamer, and you know, I had to Google or YouTube a lot of things as well, and sometimes people miss things out in those videos that I wish they didn't, and I have to figure out for myself. But yeah, hopefully this helps you in some way, shape or form. Also, if I do miss anything else in this video, I'm sorry, but you will be able to find out from me on either any of my socials that are up here, or the best place to find me is probably at my Twitch, which is there we go, right way. Yeah, Myron_S, same as my YouTube channel. It'll all be linked in the description. If you need anything, come and join the stream. We're on 70 followers, trying to push 100 by the end of the month, maybe even next month. But yeah, so if you could come over and support, that would be amazing. Or if you just need the question answering fast and I'm live, that's the best place to do it, really. But yeah, enough plugging, let's get into it. So firstly, let's talk about what the difference is between STREAMLABS Online and STREAMLABS OBS. STREAMLABS OBS is what you kind of use to actually stream on. It's the software version, and it's basically your stream's operating center. It's where everything happens. Same with OBS Studio if you're using StreamLabs. It's all pretty much the same, just the layout and the look looks different. But today I'm going to be showing you how to get things like this. Obviously you can see my layout may be a bit different to yours when you first sign in. That's totally fine. I've just changed it for my preferences. The first thing it's going to ask you to do is sign in with not Mixer anymore, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook gaming, what else is there, anything else that you stream on, it'll ask you to sign in. It's got most platforms covered anyway, so it should be all good. But yeah, once you've signed in, this is what you do. So you can see here on the screen I have my gameplay. This is what I use to stream. You know, I've got my follower goal, as I said, we're on 70, trying to get to 100. I've got my recent sub, I've got my recent bit cheers, recent follower, and the donations when I get them will be here and here. So how do you get this? How does this go from a black screen, which you will be met with as soon as you load in, to what you see on screen now? How do you get there? Well, the first thing you want to be doing after you sign in is heading over to this second little tab here. You know, once you hover over it, it says themes. That's what you want to be going to first. Why? That's where you download all these things, such as stream starting, just chatting, or you know, intermission, whatever it says. Stream ending, which I find quite pointless, because if it's ending, then it's ended. A be right back screen, which I didn't get with my pack, so I had to make it myself, hence why it's not as good quality. And then obviously down here I've got what I use for YouTube and stuff, because I don't want it, you know, I only need the face cam and my socials up here. I don't need my recent subscribers and bitcheers and all that. So we have that on a separate screen. Right, I've just had a nightmare. Basically what's just happened is I went on to another screen. You couldn't see what I was doing. You couldn't see my face cam, you could only hear me. And then Streamlabs just decided to pack in on me and crash. We've still got the footage from the intro and stuff, so we're going to carry on from there. I left off with how do you get from this, or this I should say, to this. So what I was saying was, in order to get your Elgato picture up, your face cam up, it's very, very simple. What you want to do, press add new source. You want to press video capture device. Then it will take you to this. Mine's already set up, obviously, because I've set it up, but yours won't be, I'm guessing. If it is, you can skip this part and go to the next bit. But when it is, add new source instead. Name it whatever you want and add source. All you need to do, go in this drop down menu here, select either Elgato Game Capture HD or USB camera. Ignore the middle one, you know, whichever one you want, and whichever one you pick will show up. We're not going to do that because I've already set it up. And then just press add source. Once you've done that, all you need to do is, it will come up like this or something. Just right click on it, press transform and fit to screen, and it will do so. Obviously with the face cam, oh, hold on, with the face cam, it's not going to be that simple. So it might spawn in over here. So what you want to do, size it down, whack it in. You can even use the arrows. I like using the arrows because it gets it a lot more precise. And there you go, you can see my face comes back in the middle, exactly where it needs to be. But how do you get from the black screen to all these fancy, you know, streams starting, just chatting, all that stuff? I have just realised my Instagram's wrong. My Instagram and all this is wrong. Is it wrong on this? It is, yeah. My Instagram is actually not Myron_S. I will tell you what, that can be something we change when I tell you about how to edit stuff, text on screen. That's my bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go set up the Elgato and the face cam on a whole new screen. So you don't have to watch me do that after you now know how to do it. And then we'll get to the themes and stuff. So I'll see you in a bit. So now, just to show you as well, we have now set up our new scene. We've got our Elgato here. I'm going to add my face cam now. So I'm going to press add, video capture device, add source. Click this little icon here, so it shifts to the right. Rename this face cam. Add source. Select USB camera here. Here I am. You know, set it all how you want it to be. It should all be okay anyway. Whack done, and then you can size this down using these little arrows here to however small or big you want it to be. You know, you can use that. You can use the hand to drag things everywhere, literally wherever you want it. So keep that in mind. And like I said as well before, the arrows, you know, they are very helpful because it's a lot more precise than when you're trying to move it like one square like that, because sometimes it does jump a couple pixels and it's really annoying. So yeah, you can just do that. But how do we now get our overlays, our name, our text, all that good stuff? What you want to do is head over to this little second icon here. It says themes, and click on that. When you do click on that, it's going to take you to this page here. Now, what does animated and prime mean? Animated literally just means that the screen that you're looking at moves, it's live, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can see at the top here, it's moving, and on the screen, it's not, because it's the title. But yeah, you can see all the different screens here, they all move. Looks very cool. However, basically every animated overlay has Prime next to it. What is Prime? Streamlabs Prime, £12 a month. If you want all these features, that's what you need to buy. However, that is only for certain ones. If you want a free one, head over to the search bar here, literally just type in free, and it comes up with all the free ones you will need. if your stream already has a theme, you know, like a colour theme or an animal theme or any kind of theme, you know, try and select one that is, you know, it fits to the theme, because it looks a lot more professional than just any random one that you think looks cool. So my whole stream's theme is black and red, so I'm going to go for this one, I think. Yeah, so you can see up here it says included scenes. It's got a live scene, obviously. It's got a stream starting scene, which is very good. It's got a be right back screen, and it's got an offline screen. It doesn't have a just chatting one, which is helpful to have, to be honest. So I'm actually going to try and find one that does have it, because a just chatting screen I find is very helpful. Okay, so after searching for a little while, I couldn't find one where it had the just chatting screen on. You will be able to. I'm just being blind, and I want to get this. You know, it's not the main focus point. However, I have found this, which is it's a theme. It's a free theme. You don't need Prime for it, and it's live. What I mean by that is it's animated. You can see here. You know, I didn't realise there were animated free ones, but there was actually quite a few. This one's also free and animated. Yellow and black, if that's your theme, perfect. If you don't want one, that's all good. We are just going to go with this one right here. You know, it's not animated, nothing like that. It doesn't have a just chatting screen, but you can see on the starting soon and be right back, you can add a face cam in these boxes, and I'll show you how to do that in a sec. So you want to do to install it is literally as simple as press install overlay at the top right there. Big green box, press that, it will do it. Right, so when you first come onto the screen, once you first downloaded it all, the Elgato capture thing won't actually be there. It'll be the demo one from before, and the scene you had will have been deleted. Your webcam will still be fitted to it, but for some reason it doesn't put your Elgato in. So it's an easy fix. Press the add button, do it all again. You know, it doesn't take long at all. It literally takes 30 seconds. But when you do that, you are then going to experience this issue where the face cam is nowhere to be seen. It is all still there, it's just behind it. To fix this, all you want to do is right click on video capture device, hit invert selection, and it will bring up all of these, and just drag it above video capture device, and here we all are. The way STREAMLABS OBS works is anything that is in front of it, or above it I should say, you know, the higher up it goes, the more forward it is, essentially, so just be wary of that. Happy with how it looks, you've got your webcam fitted, you're happy with it. You are going to have this extra thing on most like overlays. It's going to have this excess like box. If you want to use it for chat, to have the chat in, you can do that, or you can just get rid of it by simply right clicking and pressing remove there. Confirm it, okay, and it's gone. So how do we get these on here? These, so your recent followers, your recent subs, all that kind of stuff. So I'll show you. You want to go to sources again, you want to press the plus. You then want to go down to stream label, press add source, and you're going to press add new source instead, and label it whatever you want. So let's do, for example, a follower, recent follower, add source. Then you're going to select it here on this drop down menu. You want to scroll down, there's tons of them, absolutely tons, but you want to go to the followers section and find recent or latest follower. So then once you find most recent follower here, it's just under followers there, just click it once. You can, you know, see what it says. I like to do a few spaces between mine, so that when it's scrolling, like, it's not all joined together, which is good. You know, choose your font, you can choose any of these. The colour you can change to like your theme, like I said before. If your stream has like a colour theme or anything, you know, feel free to change your colours to that, and then just press OK. It'll come in the top right here. So here it is, Mr. Smokey XCV is my recent follower. So we're going to drag it over and put it wherever we want. Again, it's going to be a bit awkward to get it like exactly where you want, so we use the arrows because it goes exactly where you want it, and you can make it smaller and bigger and stuff, which is good. That works the same for everything, so followers, subs, bits, all of it, it all works together. However, as you saw on my personal overlay, mine was scrolling to the right. All you want to do for that is select it, right click on it, press filters. It'll bring this page up. No filters applied because we haven't had any yet. Hit the plus sign again, and you can do all these. You want to press scroll, select done, and then I like to put the speed at 15, and it gives you a little preview there of how it's going to look. Once you've done that, hit done, and you can see there that it is scrolling, and it looks pretty professional. Okay, so like I pointed out before, my screen, how it's laid out, isn't going to look the same as how yours does. The way you fix that is if you come down to this bar here, where there's the 7 icons, and you want to press the one with the 4 squares. It's layout editor, it's labeled. Once you hover over it, press on that and you can select all the different ones. It tells you what's what. Your mini feed, so this is one I've got. Mini feed is what happens, so when you get a follow, bits, sub, gifted sub, host, literally everything that happens comes through there, except normal chat. Scene selector is where you select if you're on live, just chatting, be right back, you know, that kind of stuff. Source selector is where you add in your Elgatos, face cam. You know, you've seen what I do, you've seen how it's laid out on mine. Editor display is what you see, what the viewers see, how you preview it, and audio mixer is obviously where you control what's coming out where, in terms of audio. And then when you go live, your stream chat will also appear on the side here, which is really useful, I think. But yeah, as you can see down here on the left hand side of the screen, you can see my followers, bits, where's the gifted sub? Gifted subs, host is here. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. So next we're going to move on to how you set commands in your chat, so where people can type in like exclamation point uptime and it shows how long the stream's been up for, or exclamation point Discord and it links you to a Discord that you've made, or Discord server, exclamation point Twitter and it takes them to your Twitter page. As I say that, I get a tweet. But yeah, how do we do that? What you want to do there is go to the third section below where we got our theme from and press Cloudbot. Just press it. It's got very hot in here, very quick. And you want to head over to the command section. These are all my commands, so you can see it's got my Instagram. That is what my actual Instagram is. it's wrong on the others. Twitter, donate, you know, all this stuff. How do you do this? Very simple. You just press add command. I do exclamation point Twitter, and then in the response thing, copy and paste the link. Copy, head over back to Streamlabs. It doesn't actually let you paste it, so just do Control V, confirm, and it's now there. So if I now go over to my Twitch page, link in the description, if I go to chat and I type in exclamation point Twitter, you will see Streamlabs comes up with my link there. Make sure to mod Streamlabs as well, because it's set so links aren't allowed in your chat. You can turn it off, but I'd keep it on. So just do /mod and then Streamlabs after it to mod Streamlabs. Just make sure that's done. Right, so now you've got your face come up, you've got your Elgato, you've got your overlay, it looks nice and professional. You've got your commands, etc. What is next? What is next? Well, we were actually lucky with this overlay pack in particular. It came with an alert box in the middle of our screen, which you can customize and do all that with. That's for another video. So yeah, stick that there. If it doesn't have one, again, add source, alert box, it'll just come up. You can see all the different things you can have. So my follower goal on my personal one, obviously add source. To customize it, obviously mine's already customized, but you'll go to title, you will enter your title for it, so mine's follower goal. Goal amount, the current amount obviously you don't have to worry about. You will do the days remaining on it, and that's all you need to input. Visual settings, you can set it to whatever colour you want, all this good stuff. You know, it's completely up to you essentially. So yeah, have a bit of fun with that. But you can see there's so many options when you press the plus sign. You know, the viewers count, follower goal, obviously donation goal, bit goal, chat box. If you did want a chat box, all you have to do again is select it. Here it is here, and you can make that as big as you want, etc. etc. And that will just, when you're streaming, the chat will now be in that box. And again, you can move these however far you want. You can make them as big or as little as you want. Yeah, but yeah, just have fun with it. You know, have a little play around, see what you like best. And once you've decided, fantastic, your stream is up and ready to go. However, if let's say you've got a better PC, you can handle good stuff. One thing I would say is know your computer limits. You know, if it can't handle what you're asking it to do in terms of quality, it will just shut down Streamlabs because it doesn't like it. So how do we I mentioned before as well, just before we move on to the settings, that my Instagram handle was wrong. So we'll go back to my original one now, my personal overlay, and we'll fix that dead quick. I'll show you how to do that, because I think we're pretty much done for how to set everything up. Like I say, if you do have any other questions, leave it in the comments. Hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, or if you want a fastest answer, come into my Twitch stream. If you have enjoyed the video as well so far, please go and leave a follow on the Twitch stream. We're trying to get to 100 by the end of the month or next month. And subscribe to this YouTube channel because that's free, as is the follow, as is a like if you've enjoyed as well. That would be really appreciated. However, moving on. Okay, so we're back on my personal overlay now, and we are going to show, or I'm going to show you how to change your Twitter URL, your Twitter handle, YouTube URL, all that. So essentially what we've done here is I've right clicked on the Instagram handle, I've pressed remove, confirmed, and now what I want to do is to press plus sign again on sources, go over to text on the standard sign. You want to press add a new source instead, rename it Insta URL, I guess. Insta, oh, I've done that thing. Insta URL, add source, type your name in, /Sam _ Marin, change the font and all that, change the colour, so my theme is red, I'll have it as red. And there it is, just like that. You have your Instagram URL. Again, use the arrows to position it where you want it, and there we go, all fixed. In fact, I'll move it a bit further up. Well, if you go into the settings cog in the bottom left of the whole Streamlabs OBS page, you'll be greeted. You'll be greeted. It's greeted. You will be greeted with this page. This is where you can link all your stuff up. Obviously mine's linked to my Twitch. General, you know, go through it, it's all pretty self-explanatory, but the three things I'd say you want to look at are video, audio and output. Why? Well, I'll show you. When you go into video, you will see, obviously I'm recording, so I can't change at the minute, and because I'm doing it through OBS, which, by the way, if you're looking to do YouTube videos, Streamlabs OBS is very helpful, because obviously your face cam's already there, you don't have to edit it in. It's a lot easier to edit. The problem is, when you're doing Streamlabs OBS videos, you can't edit much because you're already streaming, or recording, I should say. But yeah, I would recommend using an OBS to record if you're doing YouTube videos and you're streaming, because it's a lot easier. But you can select this, you can go to 1440p, you can go down to 720, depending on, again, what your monitor is, what your computer can handle, all that kind of stuff. Downscale filter, I would always have a Langzos, no really discussion about that. FPS type, common FPS, and your common FPS values, I would always have it 60. It doesn't demand too much from your computer, and it's a lot better than the 30 it's set at, especially if you're doing gaming videos. If you do gaming videos, make sure this is 60 because it looks a lot better. Next up we have audio, and the audio section is very simple. Your desktop audio device is going to be your headphones, or your headset if it's plugged in, and your, let me go back on video or audio, which I've just clicked off. Your mic is going to be the one that you want it to be, so that Realtek audio USB, and that's it for audio really. I'm going to head on to the output section, where you can access all your streaming and recording settings. If you've got a, I'd say 2060 graphics card or above, you know, you want to be choosing hardware NVENC new. That's the one you want to be taking. Essentially what that does is it does all the coding on your GPU. And the other one is software 2248X, I think, is the other option, which you want to select if you don't have as powerful of a graphics card or an older graphics card, for example. You want to be doing software as that encodes it on your CPU or your processor. So when streaming, what do you want to have your rate control on? I would always say CBR, because you can control the bit rate. Mine for some reason says it's 2500, it's not. Mine is 5500 because that's what it can handle. It's 6500 on a good day, but I never decided to risk it. I would rather have a smooth, decent looking stream than a not so reliable, insane looking stream, if you get me. Maybe one day I'll be able to put it to 6500, but for now I'm keeping mine at 5700. Keyframe interval, you want to have a 0. Preset, you want to have, in terms of streaming, put it at quality. I wouldn't have it any higher than that, just leave it at quality. Profile high, look ahead, have off. Psycho visual tuning, have that on. Your GPU settings need to be at 0 and your max B frames at 2. They're my recommended settings and they work perfect. For recording, it's a little bit different. So obviously once you've recorded and you press stop recording down here, it's going to be saved to a file somewhere. So essentially the way you select that is press browse, your documents will come up and you just select where it saves, basically whether you want it in a hard drive or the SSD, or you can make a whole new file for it. It's really up to you. Next we've got the generate film name without space. I just have that on. It doesn't do too much, but it can be quite helpful with compatibility issues, so it's better on than off is what I'm trying to say. Your recording format you want as MP4, you will have to change that because the original isn't MP4. This bit is actually quite important for when you're recording. You can see it wasn't on the streaming side, it's just on the recording side, and essentially it's how many different sounds are coming through to the viewer. So you'll have the mic, and for me the only other thing I have is game sound if I'm doing a game tutorial. My desktop sound or the game sound is at 1, and my mic is at 2. You want to unselect every other one. You don't need it, and it will have random different sounds coming through, and when you're trying to edit your YouTube videos you'll have so many different sound things that you need to delete, and it's not helpful at all. Again, with the recording, I would recommend, if you have a decent GPU or a graphics card, to put that at hardware NVENC new. Again, same reason. If you don't, or you have an older one, again, choose software. Can leave that blank. For recording your rate control, you can see on streaming our rate control was CBR. When you're recording, I'd say CQP. Essentially what that does is it keeps the quality at a level playing field at the whole thing, throughout your whole recording essentially. The higher it goes, the less quality it is, so anywhere between 15 and 25 is decent, I'd say. You know, put it at 20, run a game. If it's good, put it down to 17. If it's good, put it down to 15. If it starts to get a little bit laggy or a bit jittery, put it back up to 16, 17. Yeah, just see what it's capable of. Keyframe interval, you want it 0. Preset, again, max quality if you have a decent CPU or graphics card. If you don't, put it at quality like the streaming one. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Profile high, look ahead, unticked again. Psycho visual tuning, put it, turn it on again. GPU 0 and max B frames 2, like the last one was. So there are settings. They're the settings I'd recommend you have, and they work for me perfectly fine. Also, one thing you can do as well, just before we finish up, is if you have Spotify playing in the background and you want to display who's singing the song and what the song is called, rather than people asking you over and over again, all you have to do is open Spotify, select the non-copyright playlist you want to play, you know, start playing it. Perfect. Just gonna mute it because we'll have music playing anyway. One thing you do need to do for this as well is make sure your Spotify tab is full screen, otherwise it won't recognize it as a window. So then what you want to do, press plus, window capture, add a new source instead. We'll call it Spotify 1 because I've already got a Spotify. Add source, and then it'll ask you to pick the window you want to select. Obviously we're going to go for this one because that's the one we are listening to at the minute. Press it. Here's our screen. Press done, and then you want to press Alt and use the arrows here to drag it down like that. Oh, drag it down like that. Drag it across, and perfect. Stick that in the bottom right, and now our song is displayed on our stream. And every time the song changes, in fact, you can do it here. Every time the song changes, I've got an ad because I haven't got Spotify Premium, but you can see it, you can get the gist. Right, okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. Again, if I've left anything out, hit me up on any of these socials up here. You know, leave it in the comments. I will be checking them frequently, and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. Again, for the fastest response, if I'm live, it's over there. If I'm live, go hit me up on Twitch. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a follow on Twitch as well. I repeat myself again, trying to get to 100 followers as soon as possible. And yeah, subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. Leave a like, leave a comment if it was helpful or not, what you think I could improve on. And I'll apologise again for the visual quality of the camera. I don't know why it's green. I'm really confused, but hopefully we get a better camera soon. But yeah, that's it for me today. Hope you have a lovely day and see you in the next one. Bye.